92.7 WOBM, Shawn and Sue, and another edition of Business 101 during these very hectic times with the COVID-19 pandemic. You've got questions. We hopefully have answers for you. And joining us right now is Dr. Thomas Yu, the Medical Director of Health Village Imaging in Manahawkin. He joins us today to talk all about HVI. Good morning, Doctor. Thanks for being with us.
Hi, Doctor.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, we're doing good. Thank goodness. Knock on wood. How are you doing?
We're doing great. You know, our facilities are running very efficiently. We've adopted all of our patient care protocols very early on. So we actually were in operation throughout the pandemic and early on. So we just carried on and continued.
Tell us a little bit about, for those who are not familiar with Health Village Imaging, tell us about your services there in Manahawkin.
So Health Village Imaging is a multi-specialty imaging center that we provide imaging services for patients that need MRI testing, PET scan testing, CAT scan testing, ultrasound, mammography, x-rays. So we're basically a full-service imaging facility that provides all of your imaging needs and all of the imaging procedures that anyone would need for all sorts of care, the orthopedic or oncology.
Do you think that's what makes you unique, Doctor, is the fact that you can offer all these services in one location?
Yes, it is. We're one of the few centers that provide all the modalities that is necessary to provide a patient with every type of imaging that they need. So having all of this technology under one roof allows us to basically tailor testing and services for patients in however forms they need it.
Are you affiliated with any hospitals, Doctor?
Yes, we're partnered with the Hackensack Meridian Health System. So Manahawkin Health Village Imaging is actually one of 3 facilities. There's one also in Wall Township and another one in Jackson Township. We're all partnered with the Hackensack Meridian Health. So we're a HMH facility, and that provides us with the ability to partner with the hospitals and coordinate care with the hospitals. So it's a very nice thing.
During COVID-19, to make it safe for not only your staff, but for the patients there as well.
Yes, we have really leaned into this whole process. And from the patient registration all the way through to the results, we've basically adopted the policies to try to minimize exposure and risk to the patients. So we have our virtual waiting room where patients can contact us, schedule their appointments, show up, wait in their automobiles, check in at a kiosk so that they don't have to be in contact with additional personnel that's not necessary. And then when they do, we've got plexiglass guards around all the registration desks to eliminate as much risk as possible from that standpoint. All of our facilities are cleaned repeatedly, daily. So we actually have spread out our time slots so that in between every patient, we have allotted 15 to 20 minutes just to clean the area after every single patient. Staff changes their gloves and washes their hands between every patient, and everyone is wearing masks. So as you arrive, we're taking temperatures of all the patients, and we use cleaning supplies. We also use UV light for cleaning purposes. So we feel we're I think the proof is in the pudding. We have not had any cases of COVID transmission that we know of.
That's good to hear.
And as soon as we find out any patients that we've had a case, we've been able to really lean into making sure that we isolate and contact trace and avoid any problems. And so far, I think that our staff is really the heroes here. They put in so much hard work, and they're so conscientious. They've done just a fantastic job.
Thank you to everyone.
I'm so proud of them.
We are talking with Dr. Thomas Yu, the Medical Director of Health Village Imaging in Manahawkin. Touch on 2 areas specifically: mammography. You could deal with dense breast tissue, and also lung cancer screening. If you could talk real briefly on those 2 subjects.
So with lung cancer screening, we are one of the few sites that are actually certified by the government and the American College of Radiology to do low-dose lung cancer screening. So we're able to reduce the exposure to patients that have a long smoking history, to do a CAT scan to find early lung cancers, to treat them so they can have much better outcomes and results. And we're able to do that with very little radiation exposure. I mean, very, very little exposure. We also have state-of-the-art mammography equipment. We're one of the very few people, actually we're probably the first adopters of the technology in the state of New Jersey to do what's called automated breast volume scanning. So that is actually a technology where we do 3D ultrasound breast imaging for women, mostly younger women, that have dense breast tissue that we may miss a small amount of breast cancers with. And this technology allows us to catch those small number of breast cancers. And we recently had a fantastic case of identical twin sisters who are 40 years old, just started screening, breast cancer screening, and had no symptoms. The mammography was normal, and we picked up their early breast cancers with the ABBS. And both of them actually ended up having the exact same diagnosis. It was incredible.
And how, Doctor, I have a question for you. How is HVI helping in the community?
Well, we engage in the community, partnered with the hospital to continue to raise awareness. We work with the Breast Cancer Society, the MS Society to bring these critical healthcare issues to light and support events that we do, whether it be a cancer walk or an MS event. Those are the things that we feel we're the best at and able to engage the community with.
Excellent. Let's give out a phone number, 609-660-9729. You could also check them out on the web at healthvillageimaging.com. I have been there. Family members have been there. It's a beautiful facility, plenty of parking, shaded parking, during the summertime when that sun is really hot out there. And of course, they're doing everything to keep you healthy and making sure you can get all the, medical treatment you need despite what's going on with COVID-19. So Dr. Thomas, Doctor, thanks so much for taking time with us and thanks for being with us.
It was my pleasure. Thank you, and be safe.